students, welcome to the session of class 9 biology chapter the fundamental unit of life. In previous video we have learned about ER, Golgi and lysosomes. In this session we'll discuss about some more cell organelles. Let's start our session with mitochondria. Basically mitochondria is the plural term for mitochondria. That means if for single, we'll say mitochondrion, and for more than one, we'll say mitochondria. Each mitochondrion is covered by two membranes. Outer membrane is very porous and the inner membrane is deeply folded. Let me show you diagram. Okay, this is the outer membrane of mitochondria, which is porous, that means which contains several pores on the surface of it, and the inner membrane is deeply folded, and these deep folds are known as cristae, and these folds provide the large surface area for the chemical reactions during cellular respiration. Now, what does cellular respiration mean? This is the process by which organisms use oxygen in the presence of several enzymes to break down food molecule to get chemical energy for functions of the cell. And in this process, O2 is utilized by the cell and it releases CO2 as waste material along with water molecules, and huge amount of energy released during this process. This energy is utilized by cell in the formation of ATP molecule, which stands for adenosine triphosphate, and for performing its function, cell utilize the energy stored in ATP molecule. Because ATP provide or store energy for all the activities of the cell, that's why it is known as the energy currency of the cell. Mitochondria have their own DNA and ribosomes. And what are ribosomes? Ribosomes are the cell organelles which are required for the synthesis of proteins. That's why we can say one more function of mitochondria is protein synthesis, because it has its own ribosomes. Okay, so these are three main functions of mitochondria. First, it provides the site for cellular respiration. Second, the energy required for various chemical activities provided by mitochondria in the form of ATP, and several proteins are also synthesized because mitochondria have their ribosomes. So these are the main functions of mitochondria. Because cell is completely dependent on mitochondria for their energy requirement, that's why mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of the cell. This is very important for 1 mark question. Now we'll discuss one more cell organelle, that are plastids. What are these? Plastids are the special pigmented organelles which are found in plant cells. That means these are completely absent in animal cells. On the basis of which type of pigment is present inside it, we can broadly classify plastids as chromoplasts. Chromo means color. So these are the colorful plastids except green color, and these impart colors to the flowers. Then leucoplast. Leuco means colorless. So that means these are colorless plastids which store starch, oils and protein granules. Last is chloroplast. These are the green colored plastids containing chlorophyll, and these are very important for your syllabus. Now we will discuss about it. Look, this is the structure of chloroplast. Chloroplast is the double membrane bound structure. So this is the outer membrane of the chloroplast. This is the inner membrane of the chloroplast. And the space present between both the membrane is known as the intermembrane space. The liquid present inside the chloroplast is known as the stroma, and these coin-like structures are known as the thylakoid, which contain green color pigment which is known as chlorophyll. And lamella are the tube-like structures which connect these thylakoids with each other. And chloroplasts have their own DNA and ribosomes like mitochondria. Keep this thing in your mind that mitochondria and chloroplast have their own DNA and ribosomes. So this is all about the structure of chloroplast. Now what are the functions of chloroplast? First function is because it contains chlorophyll which is unable to trap solar energy. So this is the first function of chloroplast, and the second is it utilizes this energy to manufacture food for the plant during the process of photosynthesis. So these are the main functions of chloroplast. What is the function of chromoplast? Because chromoplasts are the colored plastids. That's why they impart various colors to the flowers to attract insects for pollination. And pollination is what? It is the process by which insects transfer pollen grains from one flower to the another flower. What are leucoplasts? These are the colorless plastids which help in the storage of food in form of starch, proteins and fats. So this is all about plastid. Now we will discuss one more cell organelle which is vacuole. Vacuole is a membrane-bound organelle. They are kind of vesicle which contain lipids, proteins, water, enzymes, waste material of the cell. Look at this diagram. We can see vacuoles are small in size in animal cell, whether they are large in size in case of plant cell. Now, we will discuss the function of vacuoles. They help to maintain the osmotic pressure in a cell. In the last session, we have discussed about osmosis. Osmosis is what? Osmosis is the movement of water molecules from its higher concentrated region to its lower concentrated region. So, osmotic pressure is what? It is the minimum pressure that must be applied to the solution to stop the flow of water molecules. So, in case of vacuole, many chemicals are present in vacuole which form high concentrated solution inside the vacuole. That means high concentration of solute and low concentration of water molecule. So, water moves inside the vacuoles and it will continue till both the concentration become equal. In this way, it maintains the osmotic pressure of the cell. Vacuoles provide turgidity and rigidity to the plant cell. How? Because vacuoles regulate the turgidity by regulating amount of water inside the cell. Cell has excessive water content and vacuole absorbs the water and diffuses it out from the cell. In this way, it provides turgidity, it regulates turgidity and rigidity of the plant cell. In case of some unicellular organisms like Paramecium and Euglena, they have specialized vacuoles which play important roles in expelling excess water and some waste from the cells. So, these are the functions of vacuoles. In the next session, we will discuss the comparison between animal cells and plant cells, and after that we will discuss two different types of cell division. Till then, thank you and stay safe.